Hey Cancer, Happy New Year. Welcome to your 2020 general reading. It will apply to you if you have your Sun, Moon, or Ascendant, or any really standout planets or alignments in Cancer. You may get some really interesting information from this reading, possibly even if your midhaven has Cancer on it. Again, this will give an indication as to how the world, the outside world, will be affecting you. So yeah, if you have any strong Cancer placements, this could be the reading for you. So I'll go ahead and get started. I can see here that you're coming into the year with the Two of Cups. So are you in love as you come into the year? This is also Venus in Cancer, so this could be this could very well be you being in love. Now, the challenge that you face this year, especially for the first part of the year, is the Knight of Wands. Okay, so it could be that you're in love with someone that maybe isn't quite ready to settle down yet, still has a lot of things that maybe they want to achieve. Maybe it's to do with their work, maybe they still have some maturing to do emotionally, mentally. Yeah, and maybe they just feel like they aren't ready to settle down right now. Or this could also be your challenge. There could be a fear of commitment here for you as well. Maybe you've also got goals that you're trying to achieve, studies you're trying to complete, some sort of mission that you may feel that you're on that may get in the way of you and your love being together or making it work. Could also mean that you're rushing into love here, and that it may be a kind of a warning to slow down and to think about what's motivating you to rush ahead so fast. What are you running away from, or what are you trying so desperately to attain? What is causing the rush? What's causing this, abundance of excitement? It could be very positive. It could be you and your partner traveling as well this year. So that could also be happening. Or it could be that there's a distance between you and your partner and you have to travel. We have got 3 nights here. So yeah. It could easily be that you're traveling a lot this year. But the Two of Cups would suggest that it could be that if it's a relationship, a long distance relationship, that you're both traveling towards each other. You're both doing a lot of traveling back and forth for each other. The Four of Coins is here as the overall lessons that you'll be learning, or growth points that you'll be experiencing this year on a more personal level, and what could be motivating a lot of your actions is the Four of Coins. So you may be trying to establish a commitment. It could be that this person that you're dealing with could, like I said, be hard to pin down in some way, always on the move or distracted, doing other things, going through changes, has other priorities that are more personal to their life path maybe. And maybe you're trying to hold on to them, which is natural for a Cancerian. Cancerians tend to, once you like what you like, you will kind of want to stick with that person and not let go. Especially if you find that you really feel like they are a true love. With the Two of Cups here, like you may feel like they're a real soulmate, you really love them and you just don't want to let them go. And so you may be trying to hold on to what you value this year. That's going to be a major lesson for you this year. Understanding what it is that makes you hold on to things so strongly. What is it in terms of this possibly a comfort blanket situation? Like, what makes you need maybe this person so much, or what makes you not want to let go? Hmm. Either way, you're not letting go of whatever it is that you have now attained. It could be your money as well. You could be saving money this year quite a lot. And you may feel as well that you don't, like, I feel like you could be very focused on one thing and therefore not seeing the bigger picture in some way, um, limiting yourself. And not thinking that you have enough to give with the Four of Coins. Sometimes it is about that. It's about self-esteem. And also maybe you feel like I'm never going to find someone like this again. Could be an earth sign that you're dealing with as well. Could be a Taurus or a Capricorn. Could be a Virgo too. But Taurus and Capricorn are here quite strongly. What is this, Aquarius? I remember in the Leo reading I was saying it was Libra, it's Aquarius. But yeah, it could be an earth sign that you're dealing with. It could be an Aquarius as well that you're quite focused on. Maybe you're letting go of an Aquarius as well with the Five of Swords here. I feel, however, what's happening is you're not wanting to let go of this person. You want to win this person over or stick with this person. It's turned out to be a love reading. So it looks as if love is going to be the main focus of your year this year. There'll be a special someone that will seem to get all of your attention. You don't want to let go of them, and I think you will want to win them at all costs. Maybe even not caring, if they're happy. That sounds crazy, but yeah, like not really giving much thought to the collateral damage that could be caused for not letting go of this person. You're just like, I want this person, I want them, and I'm gonna keep them, and that's it. And whether they like it or not, or whoever doesn't like it or not, there could be competition around as well. Maybe that's what this is. You may feel like you need to put in quite a lot of mental work, game playing, to keep this person's attention. And it could really be as simple as that. It could just be that you have to kind of play mind games with this person because you have to kind of show them what they're missing in a sense. And, it's not maybe just easy and straightforward that you have to be clever. You have to be willing to do what's necessary as well. But you want to win this person and you don't want to let them go. So you may even resort to, I would say, minor manipulation, maybe not that serious. Maybe a few white lies might be told as well. This would also be you, being in love with someone that maybe you can't have, or doesn't sit still, is always in the move. You may be wanting love with this person, and you could just find that actually, you know what, I'm gonna just actually not give any more energy to this with the Four of Coins there. I'm gonna just be happy with what I've got on my own. You may feel like I've got a lot of things going for me. I've got a good career, I've got a great family, I'm comfortable, I'm healthy, I've got a lot going for me, I'm established in what I do. You may be very, very content and have achieved quite a lot as well. And just be thinking to yourself, you know what, as much as I love this person, I'm not going to go put myself through this. I will just cut this person off until they're ready. And that might feel like you're cutting off you're you're stabbing yourself as you do this. Like, as you cut this person out, you cut yourself too. So it may also be that. It can also be that, where you're being quite tough even on yourself. And the Seven of Wands here is what you can expect. Is possibly this person continuing to want to be in your life, to continue to be, this knight energy, yet still not leave you alone. So it could be that they want to be with you, but maybe distance is an issue. Maybe it's their attitude, maybe their maturity level, maybe they're just focused on other things that they're trying to achieve. That's quite important. They could be like all the way waist deep in something and they kind of can't stop what they're doing. They need to keep going. They may not be knee deep, but maybe from their perception they are well into something and they can't really change directions. I kind of getting that, like with the knights, often they're on a mission that they, for them to give up on this mission that they have, whatever it is, whether that be proving themselves as a man, which is probably the lowest energy, even though I love men, but what I'm trying to say is often when someone's trying to prove themselves as a man, it kind of results in kind of toxic masculinity, unless it's, wanting to be a man as in I want to be able to be responsible for my family and, earn a good living for my family and, be strong and secure and all these things that make up a good man. Sometimes with the knights, there can be a few mistakes made in trying to achieve that, and it can then result in more toxic masculinity, such as being a womanizer or trying to prove themselves within a group. I am the most manliest man. That whole ego trip thing kind of could result. So there could be that challenge that you're facing, maybe dealing with somebody like that. It could also be that other people with the Seven of Wands here are like knocking your relationship. They're like showing you where all the faults are, and you're having to stand your ground in the decision that you've made to be with this person. And the Four of Coins could be you not letting go of this person because as far as you're concerned, it will work. And with the Knight of Swords here as well, it does show that you're very, very certain about a decision that you've made and you believe it to be at the core of your truth. You feel like, yeah, like this is me. I am like, I can, yeah, let's put the tenor here, like let's lay roots here. Like you're very convinced. Even, on many levels, I think on a sexual level, on an emotional level, and also possibly your communication, you may feel like you really are seen and you see them. So this real kind of compatibility, I think, is felt between you and this person. It could also relate to a job. It could be that you found a fantastic job that you really feel resonates with you, but maybe it's at a distance. You'd also be faced with maybe jealousy here. It could also, there could be a dream job waiting for you. And you feel as if, there's going to be some tough competition, but you're willing to do whatever it takes to win out and beat the competition. And, maybe you're not as experienced. Maybe you want to become, you're applying for a very high ranking position, especially with the Ace of Pentacles. Maybe there's been a new job opportunity that's come in that maybe you're not totally qualified for. You will still need to prove yourself in some way that you are committed. Maybe this is your first job in a higher up kind of upper management position. So you could have been a team manager or a store manager, and now they're asking you to maybe be an area manager or, a regional manager, or you're heading some department or something like that. So you're like maybe being tested, I think, a little bit this year. And I think, in that case with the Five of Swords here, I feel that, yeah, you will need to be quite single-minded. This will definitely bring out more of your harder Cancerian kind of side, the shell of the Cancerian that can be sometimes quite ambitious and tenacious and doesn't let anything get in the way. They win everything as long as it's not running or something like that, or anything too physical, but if it's anything else, you know, Cancerians are very good at, I feel, at winning. You can be very ambitious when you want to be, when you want what you want, especially if it's got to do with like protecting your home, family. Yeah, yeah. No kind of mountain, I think, is too tall enough. And this does talk about, you know, that kind of Capricorn energy, that achievement that you may be trying to hold on to, or hold on to a position that you have, that you love, that you feel you can really maybe express yourself in, and that you may really feel that this is my job. Maybe the money is just right, you know, it enables you to buy that house, to live the lifestyle that you want. Um, you know, it may feel perfect, you know, and you may not want to let go of it because it's just what you want, money wise. But it may be that there's other people around that are constantly challenging you or making you prove yourself. Maybe even making it hard for you. So it could also be work colleagues who just feel like, hang on, how did Cancer get that job? Like, you know, why wasn't I offered it? Or why do they have it? You know, and you could be feeling like you have to prove yourself. And that can be guaranteed this year. And you'll be, you know, overall this will be a year for you to be quite decided. You can't be flip-floppy. Like, you can't, if you say one thing, you have to stick to that thing. You have to be a man or a woman of your word in this situation, especially when it comes to work, or if you're doing something new. That will enable you to win out in this situation. Another night, that's 4 nights. Yeah. Collaborating with others, 10 of Wands. So yeah, work may not seem, if it's work related. And then we've got the Emperor here as well. So yeah, I think there is some sort of progression here with regards to your career. And then we've got the Sun card there. Yeah. So like following your heart, reaching for the stars, really becoming a star, you know, being the one that stands out, the one that everyone gravitates towards, everyone that everyone circles around to get the next instruction or information that's being cascaded. Like, you will be the point, the central point in a lot of ways as well. And yeah, lots of change, lots of proving yourself. You may need to be versatile, especially with the 7 of Wands. It does talk about, you know, being able to overcome different types of challenges. Okay. And this will affect your reputation most likely. So yeah, it is about being able to, like, you know how a martial arts person, when you try to like hit them somewhere, have you ever tried to play fight with someone that does martial arts? And every single move that you make, they've got a move for it, and you can't get anywhere near them. And in fact, they'll twist you up and, like, you know, have your hand behind your back before you can even know what's going on. So it's that kind of thing where you have to be very agile. I think you'll have to kind of see maybe things coming, be prepared for change, because we've got 4 nights here. So you're proving yourself in terms of how you handle the money in the situation. How much of a leader can you be? Are you a man of your word? And do you have the people skills as well to deal with maybe a diverse group of people with different skill sets and different objectives or roles? So all of those 4, you're being challenged on all those 4 things. And it's interesting because the result is the Empress. So I do see success here for you. Yeah, overall advice is to use the help that's around you, not to feel on your own. You may feel on your own, but not to know that there are people around you that do support you. And that could be your peers, so other managers that are also in the same rank or role as you, could be helpful. Yeah, and again, I see this ascension, this progression, success, money looking good, family looking good, security. I think that you will, have this solid um, monetary foundation that I think you're trying to seek. Maybe you're wanting to become a mother. Maybe you're doing this all for your kids as well. Um, yeah, children are a big focus as well. How you perceive the situation um, is going to be quite important as well. So either you're going to see the situation as overwhelming, or you're going to see it as a challenge and see it as a process, knowing that Rome was not built in a day. So kind of keep in your head. Something here to do with memories. So also talking about, possibly helping people who are younger or not as experienced as you. Like, this is going to put you in a position where you can help other people. You can actually, as much as you may face some jealousy from people, you will actually be in a better position to actually help them going forward. They may not see that now, but you being in that position actually then gives you more authority to actually help others up the ranks that you maybe have a close bond with, that have always wanted that. But I think there is definitely an energy here of you meeting with soulmates. You maybe have met a soulmate, back to that love story. But you'll be, connecting with people that have got similar drives, similar desires as well this year. And you may see things from a complete different angle. You maybe will have more of a bird's eye view on things, and just the experience maybe of working in such a team or at such a level will give you more insight as to how you can expand on that. So it's an exponential year of good things, I think, with regards to your career. Yeah, it may feel like, there's a lot of compromise with people and that there's not a lot of fun left in work because of the amount of compromise and working with others and basically hard work that's put in, and and how new it is as well. It's very much a learning curve for you, and that could kind of take all the fun out of it. So you see yourself here as the Knight of Cups. So yeah, you could be you could see yourself as a very caring person who's always puts people first, and puts people before the business. You see yourself maybe as someone who's always offering support to others. And ultimately here, the Knight of Cups always follows his heart, wearing his heart on his sleeve, trying to be emotionally available. You maybe will trying to do those things. You may be thinking that, okay, if I'm very nice, as if I can be nice about things, but still get the job, that could be how I could win as well. So you're very much using, I think, your emotional intelligence to, in your approach. You're very much, I think, focused on the people of the team. And that does come out here as well with the Six of Cups, that you're very focused on the people and maybe trying to let them know that what we're doing isn't just for you and to make you look great and for you to get this promotion, but it's also going to benefit them and the team, in terms of maybe commission or ranking and other benefits that you may get because of that in your company. So could be more heart-based kind of approach that you're having. This is also a water sign energy, Cancer, Scorpio or Pisces. Maybe you're focused on that. Maybe your partner is one of these signs. I think there'll be a lot of travel, a lot of planning this year with regards to relationships. And you will, this is all relationship orientated and you are defending this relationship, then it's like you're totally following your heart again. You're totally like, I love this person. and I'm gonna fight for this person. You know, it's like it's almost like a Romeo and Juliet film or something. It's like very much like I know what I want and I'm not gonna give up on this person, you know. So yeah, you're very much in love, and that's what's pushing you forward, and that's where you're going towards. It's love. So yeah, and it could be a fire sign. We've got 4 knights here, so it's potentially as well that there's 4 people that you're maybe courting or dating. Maybe you're not actually in a relationship, and maybe you see yourself as a bit of a player. Maybe here with the Knight of Cups, non-committal here. Maybe you're not ready to make that commitment. It could go so many ways, you know. Maybe you have a lot of people that are interested, but you're waiting for the best person that really suits your needs and really focused on what people can do for you. And you maybe have the pick of the bunch. You know, there could be 4 different people, and maybe right now you don't want to let go of any of them, or you're not opening up to any of them until you feel you're ready to make that decision to be with one of them. You know, you could have one person rushing in, offering you a long-term commitment, but maybe they're a bit boring or a bit slow. Maybe this is really about choices in love, you know, choosing between one or the other, or choosing to make that commitment. And yeah, you could have one as well that's really fun and exciting, but you never know what they're gonna be inspired by next, you know. But I think it's the fire sign that you want, it looks like here, the most anyway. Yeah, maybe this air sign just talks too much or is too argumentative, or you know, maybe a little bit too goofy or eccentric, you know. And then maybe there's one that's just totally in love with love and it's like super romantic, and you're just like, can we come back down to earth, you know? So yeah, maybe you're making choices in love, and you're really making choices here in this diagonal row here that I think suit you. I don't think you're really too concerned about, I mean, if that scenario resonates, I don't think you're too concerned about, or not too concerned, but I think you know that it's just the case that you're gonna have to break someone's heart and you can't maybe avoid it. And I think with the 2 of Swords here, you want to take your time with making this decision. But at the same time, feel that you need to make a decision. You may feel under pressure to make a decision about choosing one or the other. Maybe it is this air sign that you're very focused on. I mean, it wasn't the base of the deck. Maybe it's really a choice between this fire sign and this air sign. So yeah, there may be lots of pressure to commit to a relationship, maybe from this person, or it could be you not wanting to let go of your options or let go of one person in particular that may be a bit of a challenge at the moment. So in your environment, what's lucky for you is the moon. So your intuition is definitely on your side. There'll be lots of signs. Okay, so if you're not sure about decisions, there'll be lots of signs around that will indicate what answer is, you know, that will give you information and insight if you're paying attention. This could also talk about you doing things in a way that isn't so obvious. It may not be good to like just put everything out there. It's okay to keep some secrets. I mean, your environment will be very secretive with the moon card. There'll be a lot of things that be quite vague to a lot of people. You know, you may be keeping your cards very close to your chest until you're able to make this decision about the people that you're seeing. If you are seeing someone and you're just holding on to this relationship and you don't want to let it go, even though they seem to be hard to pin down, you're being asked here to follow your intuition on both of these cards in terms of making a decision, figuring things out. Don't allow paranoia to affect your decision making. You know, if you haven't heard from them for a day, or you know something raises your suspicion in some way, your intuition will tell you, maybe by their tone, how they talk with you, how they act, you know, maybe their behavior. That will probably be you know, you probably will get a lot of information just from studying and using your intuition, or studying them, sorry, and using your intuition, rather than asking them outright, did you, you know, do X, Y, Z. I don't think that's going to be on your side. What will be on your side is paying attention to the details, and your intuition, and like reading body language and things like that, and not always saying what you see. You know, it's okay to keep some secrets to yourself. Sometimes knowledge is power here, and this card definitely says that. You know, this card is about playing a game sometimes. You know, and sometimes all it comes down to is not necessarily who's the better player, but who had the most information about the cheat codes, you know, in the game, if it's a game, you know, who's got the cheat codes. And it's just, it is what it is, you know. So yeah, that is going to be actually work to your advantage. Your naturally intuitive nature with the moon card here is your card as well. Although it's also related to Pisces, I mean, it is the moon, and the moon rules your sign. So if the sun card represents Leo, the moon card also represents Cancer. That's how I see it anyway. But yeah, it looks, I mean, it looks as if in the past you seem to be leaving behind the Ace of Pentacles, leaving behind a job maybe. But I feel like you've been offered something, and now it's a case of, okay, now I've been offered something in the past. I'm no longer at the investigating stage, thinking about what I'm going to do next. Now it's time to actually show people what I've got, put some action and energy into this, and kind of get involved. So that's what this year will be about as well, with regards to work. And in other ways, it'll be just you holding on and committing to a relationship, or maybe having to make choices. And I think you're hoping that you do make the right choices in love regardless, and that you're making choices that are not just based on your emotions. You want to make an intelligent decision. You don't want to rush it. And yeah, it's just about with the Five of Coins, accepting help that's around you. You may have times in this year that you feel lonely, or feel like people that you're just kind of, maybe you feel it might start to affect your health, so take care of your health as well. You may start to wonder, you know, is it really worth this money? Is money that important if I feel this way? But the Five of Coins also talks about change, so it's not going to stay this way for long. And I think, if anything, especially with these two knights, it's saying, yes, you do have something to prove, and you are on a mission, and yeah, you shouldn't give up. The moon card can suggest, maybe for love relationships, that there are secrets around you, and maybe your intuition is also picking up on that. Yeah, so be careful. This relationship could turn into a bit of a mind game thing. You know, sometimes with knights, that's how it ends up. It just turns into a big old game. They don't want to be caught. We're trying to catch them, and it's just a headache. You know. So yeah, be careful not to fall into that trap. And that's when all the little white lies start creeping in. But your intuition, once you can ground yourself and connect to your intuition, you'll be fine. You'll be able to make the right choices and also have a clear perspective on the situation. So we've got a message in a bottle for Cancer, 2020. Okay, so we've got Between Worlds. So yeah, going through changes, new beginnings and endings. I think this is about some sort of promotion you're having at work, or progression at work. Maybe you're taking on a whole new role, like I said, that allows you to maybe be more expressive and more closer to what you like to do and enjoy to do in your goals. And also, I think you maybe feel like you're getting recognized as well, and you stand out. Okay, so we've got a message in a bottle for the near past. So lots of messages, communication. Again, we're looking at signs, messages coming through from maybe unknown sources or unusual sources. So again, that's what's actually going to be benefiting you this year, is using your intuition and paying attention to the signs that you see that will help you make decisions and gain insight into what's really going on around you. We've then got the Never Ending Story card and the Yin card. So this does talk about you feeling undecided, feeling like you don't know how to choose, or over worrying, or the never-ending story of this person always 1 minute being in and 1 minute being out and 1 minute being in. You know, you could get quite tired of that this year. You may feel like it's never ending, but again, you also feel very in love. And then we've got the Not For You card. So Spirit is also saying to you that you need to know what's not for you, as well as you know what is for you. As much as you may feel that this person may be for you, it may be that you need to look at what's motivating you to hold on so tight to this person. What is it? It's the fact that you just don't want to look like you've, lost the war, lost the battle, and have to deal with people telling you, say, I told you so, and all that. Maybe you're kind of right about things like that. But the Knight of Swords says, yes, there may be a lot of arguments this year, but you're human just like anyone else. You try things out just like anybody else. You don't know all the answers just like everyone else. And that you're allowed to try things out and try them until they don't work anymore. And that's okay. If that's what you want to do, if that's how you learn your lessons, then it's your life. You can do whatever you want to do. So no one can tell you anything. You can do that all over again if you wanted to. It's your life. So that also is a message from the card Not For You, is that whatever choices you've made may not be for other people, but it works for you. So it's just a case of, if you are going to maybe go through this process, then at the same time, it's not, I don't know, maybe sometimes some people feel that, you put yourself in a situation and now you're crying on my shoulder and it happens all the time, and it could be a burden to others maybe. So I guess in that sense, yes, it's okay to do what you want to do, but you have to also consider how it could be affecting others as well. But there'll be signs that will tell you whether or not something is for you or not. And also another issue that's raised is if it takes you so long to make a decision about someone, then you have to ask yourself why you're taking so long to make the decision if you know you really like them. Is it a commitment situation, commitment issue or phobia that you have? Or maybe the other person. And again, if something is taking so long, maybe that's a sign in itself. So it's very much paying attention to the sign, understanding your motivations here, to help you make better decisions going forward. The Two of Swords is here in your warrior position. You are concerned about how you're making decisions. I think this year you want to make decisions that really suit you, that work for you, that match your vibe. You want to be making decisions to have people in your life that are like you, that are soulmates. And you could also be realizing that you have an abundance to give, and maybe as well with the Four of Coins, I don't think maybe you quite realize maybe just how much of an asset you are, especially with the Empress card here. I'm going to sound sexist, but as a woman, dating a male, you have for those of you watching that are, of that group, you do have a lot to give and how you're looking at it, probably because of maybe how you were raised or early childhood situations. Maybe you weren't given a lot, maybe you weren't appreciated, or you feel that you weren't, because sometimes we are, but we just feel that we weren't, because we ended up being the oldest, but really our parents absolutely adored us, but we just, didn't get the memo. That happens too, all sorts of situations happen, but it doesn't mean that we're not loved. But maybe you felt that there was some sort of something that was missed or lost in your childhood, maybe. And maybe you're trying to relive it in some way. So perception is everything here. How you're perceiving the situation, you need to check your perception, where you're coming from, how you're looking at things, needs to be brought back into focus. Because I feel like a lot of your older emotions are driving you at the moment. And it's interesting because I think Jupiter is going to be in Capricorn for the whole year, I think. So that will be opposite your sign. So you may find a lot of luck with other people. Or you could be projecting a lot of your own internal kind of issues and philosophies maybe on other people, or them you, or you could feel that way. There could be power struggles with you in Capricorns, maybe in the workplace. There could be power struggles there. But these power struggles that occur actually bring in lots of opportunity for growth for you personally. And I can see that here with all these knights. There's a lot of growth and change. You're becoming an empress. You're jumping right over the queens and kings and going from 4 knights into the empress, So I think you'll have a successful year. You'll be realizing what's not for you and what is for you as well. So I'm going to read the Yin card because that's the one card that I feel needs a more in-depth explanation. So we've got the feminine principle of receptivity, letting someone else make the first move, gathering information and taking in cues, the art of conscious allowing. Yeah, going with the flow. Maybe the moon card is kind of like that as well, going with the flow, being in flow and yeah, I forgot what I was going to say. Sorry. So the Yin card reads, this is a time of calculated receptivity as you gracefully await what is coming to you, ready to accept it when it appears. Yin does not involve frozen dreams or even resting, but rather consciously allowing things to flow to you, poised to receive the bounty that will be made available to you. It implies sensitivity as you alertly study the actions of others and contemplate how they will affect you and yours. Remember, you must make space for miracles to appear. Be the shaped, not the shaper, and you will see how quickly your dreams manifest. So again, yeah, there's this study of the actions of others, maybe even body language, receiving information, so that you have to maybe take less action this year, maybe with regards to relationships and even maybe work relationships, maybe managing people or working with others. You will learn a lot about who they are and how they are by how they are acting. How they think will be revealed by how they act. So I think you're learning about people as well this year. So it's a lot going on, Cancer. So yeah, it should be an interesting year. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there. So we're already at 46 minutes. So thank you so much, Cancer, for being with me, for supporting the channel for this year, last year, or how many years you've been supporting me. I do really appreciate you, and I do thank you, especially to those who have bought readings. Thank you so much. I look forward to working with you again in the future. Yes, Happy New Year. Hope it's a fantastic one and lots of love comes your way and you're paying attention to the signs. But I'll see you throughout the year anyway. Take good care. I love you. Bye-bye.